Hi, this is Billie Tarascio with Modern Law Practice. Hope things are going well for you. Things have been busy over here, very busy. And tomorrow I took off for St. Louis to go to the Maximum Lawyer Conference. This is going to be a very cool conference and very different from many of the conferences that I've been to. And then on Monday, I'm over at the Connecticut Bar Association to speak there as well. What's really cool about these two upcoming speaking gigs is that I'm going to be with a lot of the co-authors of Tiger Tactics. If you haven't checked out Tiger Tactics, it's a really cool project that I had the opportunity to work on with 4 other lawyers, writing about real world in the trenches stories of what it's like to own and operate a law practice. There's not a lot of puffery going on. There's a lot of really honest insight and a lot of sharing of failures and lessons learned from 5 attorneys who are all really happy and really running law practices that meet our needs. So if you haven't checked that out, check it out. Today, the thing that I want to talk to you about is, should you charge for consultations? And if so, how much? I treat this as a moving target. Last month, I track these numbers very, very carefully all the time. And last month in modern law, our numbers were way down. I like to have 25 new clients a month. And that's a lot of new clients a month, but that's what I like to see. And last month, by mid-month, we were trending down. I usually charge $250 a consultation, but I brought on 2 new attorneys in the last 3 months, and we had capacity. We had capacity to bring on more clients. So for our newbie attorney, I dropped it to a free consultation. And for the rest of the office, I authorized the intake team for a limited time to offer half-priced prepaid consultations. I did this for a couple reasons. Not only were our hires down, but the no-show and the cancel rate were up high. These are all numbers I track, and I wanted the cancel rate down. It is unnerving for people when they have an appointment scheduled, they're waiting for their consultation, they're getting prepared, they've read about the facts of the case, they're ready to have a consultation, and then the person doesn't show up. And if that happens a couple times in a day or a couple times in a week, that can really hurt morale. And there's a lot of things you have to consider when you're running a law firm, and morale is one of them. How people feel matters. So it was actually one person on our intake team who said, why don't we try prepaid or collecting a deposit? Because some of the firms that we work with, we do collect a deposit on their behalf before consultation. So it might be a $250 consultation, but $50 is due when they schedule. That didn't make a difference for us statistically at Modern Law, so we weren't doing that. But we decided to do half-price prepaid consultations and then free consultations for our new attorney, Elizabeth. And it certainly seemed to drive consultations, and that was the goal. And when you've got attorneys who have capacity, I would prefer them meeting with consultations, even consultations who may not hire, rather than not doing anything. It's important for people to be busy and to be functioning and to be contributing, and sometimes you need to push traffic through the door. So the bottom line on the question of whether or not you should charge for consultations, there's a lot of things to consider. What's the capacity of the firm? Do you need more clients? Are you at a point where you're growing, or are you fairly busy and you just want to maintain? What are the goals of your firm? Really, there's no easy answer on whether or not you should charge for consultation, because it depends on your firm and what you're trying to accomplish. In general, I'm a big fan of paid consultations. In general, I think you should charge. I think you're sending the wrong message by saying my time is free. But I also think, as a businesswoman, you want to control what happens in your firm. And so if that means that you're at a point where you want to offer a special and you want to tell people for a limited time, you can get a free consultation with so-and-so, then that's something that I've tried many times over the years, and it's always worked. Let me know. What do you think? I think it depends on your practice area too, but share with me what you think. When should you charge? How much should you charge? Should it be your full rate? Should it be less? Does it matter on the attorney? I'd love to know. Talk to you soon. And I'll let you know how it goes in St. Louis and Connecticut, and I hope to see you there. If you're going to MaxLawCon, hit me up. And if you're not going to MaxLawCon, there may be a few spots open. It's going to be really, really cool. There's going to be some great speakers, and it's a little bit of a different crowd from some of the other crowds, like the ABA Tech Show crowd or the Clio crowd. So check it out if you're in the area at all. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.